8 countries. 1 brutal economic race. And the results will shock you, because the country everyone thinks is winning isn't even in the top 3. But wait. Before we begin, please subscribe to ensure that you never miss out on any of my essential stuff. Comment "I subscribe" below, and I will personally welcome you to our community. With that said, let's get started. Meet Jean Wei, 34 years old. Software engineer from Kuala Lumpur. In 2019, he got a job offer from Singapore, triple his salary. His friends called him crazy when he turned it down. 5 years later, he's the one laughing. But here's what nobody saw coming. We're about to compare Malaysia against 7 Asian powerhouses: Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Indonesia, India, and China. But we're not just looking at GDP, because let's be honest, GDP tells you how rich the country is, not how rich you are. We're measuring what actually matters: wage growth, cost of living, quality of life, and the hidden metric that changes everything. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll question everything you thought you knew about economic success. But first, let's start with the country that shocked economists worldwide. China. Yeah, I said it. The world's second-largest economy ranks 8th when it comes to actually improving life for everyday people. Here's the stat that broke my brain. China's GDP grew 23% between 2019 and 2024. Sounds incredible, right? But average worker wages? They only increased 8.2% after inflation. That's a 15-point gap. The money's going somewhere, just not to the citizens. Let me introduce you to Li Chen, 28 years old, factory worker in Shenzhen. In 2019, he made 6,000 yuan a month. In 2024, 6,800 yuan. That's an 800 yuan raise over 5 years. Cool, right? Wrong. Because his rent went from 2,000 to 3,800 yuan. Same apartment. Different price. Li told reporters, "I'm making more money but living in a smaller room." That's not progress. That's running backwards on a treadmill. And the Beijing University Economic Research Institute released a report in 2024 showing youth underemployment hit 21.3%, the highest in 15 years. Translation: 1 in 5 young people can't find proper work even in the world's factory floor. So if the world's second-largest economy can't lift its own people, who can? The next country will surprise you, because it's tiny, crowded, and shouldn't even be on this list. Singapore ranks 7th. And yes, I can already hear Singaporeans typing angry comments. But hear me out. Average salary in Singapore? $73,000 US. That sounds absolutely incredible. Until you realize a 3-bedroom apartment costs $1.2 million. A Toyota Camry? $150,000. You're rich on paper, broke in reality. Meet Priya Sharma, 41. Marketing Director. She earns $95,000 a year, way above the average. But she spends $4,200 every single month just on housing. That's 45% of her income disappearing before she even buys groceries. Priya told me, "I make 6 figures but live like I make $40,000 anywhere else. My friends back in India think I'm rich. I can't even afford to visit them." Singapore's own Ministry of Manpower released data in 2023 showing that cost of living outpaced wage growth by a 3.7x ratio over the past 5 years. You're earning more, sure, but you're falling further behind. Singapore is the expensive paradise where you pay for the efficiency. But is it worth it? Here's where it gets interesting. One country is doing the opposite of Singapore. India ranks 6th. And honestly, it's climbing fast. Tech sector wages in India are up 47% since 2019. That's not a typo. Nearly half more money in just 5 years. If you're a software developer in Bangalore or Hyderabad, you're living your best life. But, and this is a huge but, only if you're in the top 15% of earners. Everyone else? Still struggling. Let me show you the tale of two Indias. Raj Patel, 29. Software developer in Bangalore. 2019 salary, 800,000 rupees a year. 2024 salary, 1.8 million rupees. He bought a house. He travels internationally twice a year. Life is good. Now meet Anika Das, 32. School teacher in Mumbai. 2019 salary, 420,000 rupees. 2024 salary, 485,000 rupees. She's been engaged for 4 years but can't afford to get married because wedding costs have doubled. McKinsey released their Asia report in 2024, and here's what they found. India's digital economy created 12 million new jobs. Amazing. Except 87% of those jobs are concentrated in just 6 major cities. If you're not in tech, and you're not in a metro, India's growth might as well be happening on another planet. So is India winning or losing? Depends who you ask. But country number 5? Everyone there is asking the same question. Indonesia ranks 5th. 270 million people. $1.3 trillion economy. Massive potential. But here's the frustrating truth. Average worker wage growth is just 12% over 5 years, barely ahead of inflation. Budi Santoso, 36. Small business owner in Jakarta. He told me, in 2019, I thought Indonesia would be the next Thailand. It's 2024 now, and we're still waiting for the roads to be fixed. That sentence sums up Indonesia perfectly. Always on the verge of greatness. Never quite arriving. The World Bank released data in 2024 showing Indonesia needs $1.5 trillion in infrastructure investment to reach its potential. But the government? They're spending only $40 billion annually. At that rate, you're looking at 37 years to catch up. But there's a silver lining. Young Indonesian entrepreneurs aren't waiting for the government. They're building e-commerce platforms, fintech solutions, and logistics networks around the broken system. That's the real story. Innovation born from frustration. Still, Indonesia's stuck in the waiting game. But country number 4? They did something nobody expected, and it's paying off huge. The Philippines ranks 4th. And this is the comeback story nobody saw coming. Here's the number that tells you everything. Remittances from overseas Filipino workers hit $38 billion in 2023. That's $350 for every single Filipino citizen, the highest family support ratio in Asia. Meet Maria Santos, 39 years old, nurse in Dubai. She's been there for 8 years, and every month she sends $1,800 home. Her brother opened a cafe with that money. Her mom retired early. Her nieces go to private school. Maria told me, I sacrificed 8 years abroad so my family could stay together in comfort. I miss birthdays. I miss graduations. But when I video call and see my mom relaxed instead of stressed, it's worth it. The Asian Development Bank released a report in 2024 showing Philippine family purchasing power increased 31% since 2019. Despite modest GDP growth. The remittance buffer is real. But here's the dark side. This success comes at a cost. 8 million Filipinos live outside their own country. That's 8 million birthdays missed. 8 million families split across continents. Is that really winning? Country number 3 doesn't have that problem. Because everyone wants to move there. Thailand ranks 3rd. And tourism saved them. 2019, 39 million tourists. Thailand was flying high. Then 2020 and 2021 hit. COVID-19 devastated the economy. But 2024? 35 million tourists are back, and Thailand did something brilliant. The government invested $12 billion in domestic tourism infrastructure. Not just for foreigners, for Thai people. So now, Thai families can actually afford to vacation in their own country. Somchai Prem, 44. He used to drive a taxi in Bangkok. Then he became a tour guide. In 2019, he made 28,000 baht a month, 100% from foreign tourists. In 2024, he makes 41,000 baht a month, and 40% of that income comes from Thai families traveling domestically. Somchai told me, "I work the same hours but earn 45% more because my own people can afford trips now. I'm not dependent on Chinese tours anymore." The Thailand Tourism Authority released data in 2024 showing domestic tourism spending grew 89% since 2019. That's economic resilience. When the world shuts down, you can still make money from your own citizens. Thailand diversified its customer base. Smart. But the top two? They did something no economist predicted. Vietnam ranks second. And this is the silent revolution. When companies started fleeing China due to tariffs and rising costs, where did they go? Vietnam. And Vietnam absorbed $40 billion in new factory investments between 2021 and 2024. That's 400,000 new jobs in 3 years. Nguyen Thi Lon, 31 years old. She worked on a factory floor in 2019 making $280 a month. Her company moved from Shenzhen to Ho Chi Minh City. Now she's a supervisor making $680 a month. Nguyen told me, "Same job, different flag. My wage more than doubled." Vietnam's Ministry of Planning released data in 2024 showing the middle class grew from 13% to 26% of the population since 2019. That's the fastest middle class expansion in Southeast Asia. Why did it work? 3 reasons: low wages, political stability, and geographic proximity to China. Vietnam became the backup plan, and they executed it perfectly. But here's the warning: this won't last forever. Wages are rising in Vietnam, and companies are already eyeing Bangladesh and Cambodia for the next migration. Vietnam has maybe 5 years to capitalize before they become too expensive. So if Vietnam is #2, who's number 1? The answer will make you question everything you thought about economic success. Malaysia. Not Singapore. Not China. Malaysia, the country everyone calls stuck in the middle. And I know what you're thinking. Malaysia? Really? Yes. Really. And here's why. GDP per capita growth since 2019. 19%. Good, not great. But wage growth? 22%. And cost of living increase? Only 14%. That's a positive gap. You're not just keeping up, you're getting ahead. Let me break this down with real numbers. A software engineer in Kuala Lumpur makes about $32,000 a year. That sounds low compared to Singapore's $73,000, right? But here's the truth. After rent, food, transport, and taxes, the engineer in KL has $1,420 more in monthly disposable income than the engineer in Singapore. Let that sink in. You earn less. You keep more. Remember Gene Wei from the beginning? Let's finish his story. His friend took the Singapore job in 2019. 5 years later. Singapore friend, $140,000 salary. $4,800 in monthly expenses. Saves $3,200 a month. Stress level, 8 out of 10. Still renting. Gene Wei in KL, $48,000 salary. $2,100 in monthly expenses. Saves $1,600 a month. Bought a condo. Got married. Had a kid. Stress level, 4 out of 10. Jean Wei told me, I earn less but live better. I see my family. I have hobbies. My Singapore friend makes bank but hasn't taken a real vacation in 3 years. That's the difference. But it's not just about cost of living. Malaysia has a hidden advantage. Subsidies. Fuel, food, healthcare, the government subsidizes all of it. It's like invisible income. You don't see it in your paycheck, but you feel it in your wallet. The Khazanah Research Institute released a report in 2024 showing Malaysian urban middle-class purchasing power increased 28% since 2019, the highest real income growth in ASEAN. Plus, Malaysia has economic diversity. Palm oil, electronics manufacturing, tourism, Islamic finance. When one sector crashes, others hold steady. China is too dependent on manufacturing. Singapore is too dependent on finance. Malaysia spread the risk. Malaysia didn't try to be the richest. It tried to be the most livable. And it worked. But before you pack your bags for Kuala Lumpur, there's something Malaysia is doing wrong that could ruin everything. Brain drain. 2 million talented Malaysians live abroad. Doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, they leave because opportunities elsewhere pay more. If they don't come back, Malaysia's #1 ranking won't last past 2030. The World Bank released a Malaysia report in 2023 showing the skilled emigration rate hit 5.5%, third highest in Asia. That's a ticking time bomb. Malaysia won the 2019 to 2024 race. But can it win 2024 to 2029? That's the real question. Alright, here's my question for you. Would you take a $120,000 job in an expensive city where you save $3,000 a month but work 60-hour weeks and never see your family? Or a $48,000 job in a cheaper city where you save $1,600 a month but actually enjoy your life, buy a home, and have time for the people you love? Because I know the comments are going to be wild. Singapore folks will defend the grind. Malaysia folks will flex their condo prices. And everyone else will argue their country should have been #1. Drop your country below and tell me where you think it should rank, and why. Because I know I'm making someone angry with this list. And if you want to see which country is going to dominate 2025 to 2030, I'm breaking that down next week. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it, because the next winner might shock you even more than this one. See you in the comments. Let the debate begin.